Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review of the US General 56 top and bottom chest, and also a slight toolbox tour. Now I'm quite new to the YouTube video games, so this will be an uncut version. I'm going to try to do as little rambling as I can, because I don't really like that crap in videos. But if I do, don't worry about it, or switch to the next video, whatever. Anyways, this is my top drawer. Parts drawer, torque wrenches, stuff I don't really use too often, basically. My next drawer is catch-all drawer. I'm sure every one of you guys have one of these things. Got a little bit of everything, some valve caps. You never know when you need them. Picks, gasket maker. At a loss with that. Forgot that name. Okay. Next drawer, my SAE wrenches, a little bit higher. I'm a little short guy, so I don't really use these ones as much unless I'm working on Harleys or other. Well, I guess I do use these quite a bit now because I'm not in a shop that uses them too much. But anyways, there's some Quinn. I got these for Christmas. Tractor Supply, fine. I don't even know what these are. Probably some job case ones or whatever the name they are. Cobalt, those are also for Christmas. 1 year. Cobalt again. Christmas again. Grandpa's tools, boy, you know them. Remember them tools? Good old tools. Grandpa's tools again. All. Remember that stuff? Old stuff. I'm making this video for people like me who stay up late all night long trying to find YouTube videos on tool reviews, how to organize your toolbox and this and that, and you're tired of seeing the same stuff. I apologize if the quality isn't up to par for the night for this video. Again, this is going to be raw, uncut, because I don't know how to do that stuff right now. So you might hear me stutter, you might hear me talk some dumb stuff, whatever. But yeah, I bought these for alignments, 21 through 24. I can never ever have enough wrenches in the alignment game. Never had quite big enough wrenches. I bought these from Harbor Freight, of course. I'm gonna get into the toolbox after I get through the review. So this might take a little while. This is a Tecton wrench, the 16, because it didn't come with the 16. Of course, this is a Pittsburgh ratchet set. Sorry, I'm trying to get it on video. Oh, I got this set right here on eBay for I think it was $86, something like that. It was and the funny thing was there was another tool set right above it. It was the same exact thing, but it was a bid, and everybody was bidding higher than what this one was selling for. You could buy it outright. It was great, so I ended up buying that one. I have not used it. I have a buddy who I used to be in a shop, and he's used it more than I have. He used the 15 more than I have for transmission jobs. I got this off a tool truck guy that I have around here. He's kind of like your gear wrench guy, except he's not really gear wrench. But yeah, this was all Torx bits, external Torx, star bit Torx, and different just a bunch of different type of Torx. Really good set. I think I bought that I did 2 payments at 80 some dollars, so 160 bucks, something like that. These wrench organizers or these pliers organizers are really nice from Harbor Freight. You can see I don't have too many pliers, but I could use these in a shorter drawer, single drawer, like one of these right here, one of these 2 drawers, whatever. But it's just the layout I have in my box. Got this thing from AutoZone. You guys know that one. Dirty. I try to clean my tools, but sometimes you just don't get to clean the toolbox tools. Let's see. Electrical drawer. Everybody's got one of these too. At least you should. What are you doing over there? Sit. Not gonna listen to me. Anyways, electrical doors, zip ties. Of course, you gotta have a ton of zip ties. Tape, solder, heat shrink, all the good stuff you need, to be doing electrical. course, you know all this stuff. All my impacts, electric ratchet. And I will tell you what, I am so upset with Harbor Freight that they are getting rid of these. This one right here, I have had this for, I don't know, 2 years, maybe. I don't know. I did brake jobs every day at my last job. And this is all I use for caliper bolts and brackets and everything. I broke them loose with this. Palm to palm, bam, 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 broke them loose. Every time, broke it loose, no problem. And I got the version of this one, Hercules. I got the version of Hercules electric ratchet, and I broke 4 bolts loose with it, and it broke. I took it back the next day, or that day. I loved that thing, and I was upset with myself because I broke it, but I went back to get another one, actually, because I had the warranty, of course. And when I took it back, they didn't have any, so they gave me 2 options: either get the 1/4-inch one or get the money back. And I was like, no, I don't want the 1/4-inch one. Anyways, this is my socket drawer. Yes, I can get a bunch more of these, and I could empty up so much space in here if I bought these. Don't get me wrong, I have thought about it, but right now I don't really need the room. And you're going to see something here in a second that a lot of people don't like. But anyways, these are Icons. Of course, you know Icon. Quinn. I bought these because caliper bolts on Harleys. My garage is kind of a mess right now, and I'm doing paint on my car. So you'll see the blanket up there. I blanket the toolbox up every night whenever I'm doing body work. Anyways, well, this got cover on it, but caliper bolts on the Harleys, they're 12 point, so that's why I have to have some of them. Well, that's not supposed to be there. Anyways, I got these at Harbor Freight, of course. They're Icon again. I have a lot of Icon and Harbor Freight stuff. I'm a Harbor Freight junkie. Anyways, old school tools, Grandpa's tools, of course. That's going to be a lot of my SAE stuff's going to be from Grandpa. And yeah, but I got this stuff. I got the SAE stuff whenever I was really younger. This is all Pittsburgh, Craftsman, Quinn, a bunch of Craftsman and no-name stuff back here. All Chinese crap. But I worked professionally in a shop for a few months. I'm not going to say it's a year, but quite a while. And it's everything I have did great. And this is the drawer that people are going to they're going to yell at me for. All right, I'm going to tell you one thing. I worked at a shop, so I had 2 toolboxes. I had my home toolbox, because I, of course, work on everything here at the house. Work on my truck, work on my cars, and my bikes. So I have two toolboxes. Well, anyways, I lost that job at the shop. So I came back, and I'm getting over a sickness too. So you might hear me sniffle and cough and whatnot. Anyways, I lost that job, and I combined 2 toolboxes. So that's why I have so many ratchets and extensions. You can never have too many extensions, by the way, and you can never have too many ratchets. I was that guy who was like, watch YouTube videos and would think to myself, man, you got a ratchet for every socket, you know, and you have too many ratchets. Whenever I was younger, I only needed 2 ratchets. Anyways, but that's just how that's just why I have so many ratchets, and I use every single one of them. Flathead screwdrivers, a bunch of no-name BS, Pittsburgh, pry bars. What the hell are you eating? Good girl. Anyways, back to this. These are some PT tools. I use these for, like, I wear glasses, so every once in a while you'll break glasses. Not as often anymore because I'm a little smarter than I used to be. Icon. These things are really good, actually, and I will say, Stanley makes a very, very, very good focus. Anyways, makes a very good screwdriver. And see if I have a... Oh, there it is. Maybe. maybe not this one. But anyways, this thing, man, these freaking screwdrivers, they do not cam out. They hold themselves, and they would actually hold themselves against the wall if I find the right one. I'm just gonna make a liar out of me, of course. Anyways, I had whatever. I had one of these. Can't remember if I had 3 of them or 2 of them. Should be 3. Maybe not. Maybe I had a 6-piece or a 4-piece. Anyways, they make a very good screwdriver. I'm not gonna lie. They make a very, very good screwdriver. And I've had junk screwdrivers before. As you can tell, because I have like 28,000. Open that drawer already. That's an open drawer. This is what I call my maintenance drawer. I have my serpentine belt tool, which I barely use. Serpentine belt tool attachments, barely use. This right here, if you're going to be in a field where you're doing brakes, you definitely need one of these. It is a Blue Point 4-piston caliper compressor tool. There's a part number on there, maybe. There you go. And another thing you need, you might steal from the old man, is some really old C-clamps. Definitely some old C-clamps. You know, you might need them for some bullshit. Battery cleaner. I got this from the Matco truck. This thing right here does pretty good too. You run into a couple of them, to a couple Toyota filters that they're stubborn. They don't want to come off. This right here, claw. You will, working on Toyotas and Chevys. This is really good for Chevy LS engines. Whenever they're the filters are right there next to the oil pan, you can't get nothing in there. These band wrenches. You got an old man, you go scavenge through that toolbox. He's got one, guaranteed. Got a Mopar dipstick. Well, not Mopar, Caravan, Dodge. The shit that has a dipstick too, but doesn't have a dipstick, like Jeeps and stuff. Bought that for the old lady's car because her oil pan was rotted out on hers. And I changed the oil pan. Trans pan, whatever you call it. Hammer drawer. Odd and end. This is a spring compressor. I bought this like 20 bucks and I trusted my life with it. And it worked. I did the springs on this car. And they were straight 6 Nova springs. So they were heavier than big block springs, so the old man says. They were a lot taller too, so they made the car sit up, and I couldn't align it because it was set at such a harsh angle where the camber wouldn't. I couldn't get the camber in on the alignment, so I changed the springs to some Chevelle springs, and this side is still too far in, so it's still gonna wear tires. So I got to get a set of camber offset kits for this, for the control arms, which is fine. I'll buy that crap and get it put on. I got plenty of time to do it. So, punches. Your typical Pittsburgh punches that you're gonna hit your hands with 100 times before you ever hit something else with them. A bunch of odd end hammers. This is a good hammer. This is Tecton. It's 64 ounces. I've knocked some wheels off of that motherfucker. Oops, sorry. I just cussed. Oh well. I bought this off eBay, real cheap. Let's see if I know how to open it. Oh, there it is. Bought this off eBay real cheap. You might be able to see what it is from all those. It's a Nutzert gun. I had a Chevy OBS truck that I put the bars on the bed, and it had covers. It had bed cap covers on it. So I thought instead of doing it the old-fashioned way, I get some Nutzerts and do it that way, and it worked. And I sold that truck and made some good money on it. Will you quit? Will you quit? What is that? This is my 1/2-inch drawer. I don't really use a 1/2 inch too much, so that's why I kind of compiled it to this one drawer. Again, Grandpa's stuff that got handed me down when he passed away. More Grandpa tools, and she is over here. She is over here throwing this little plastic ball. AutoZone fine. The funny thing is, dude, I bought this for the 24, and I lost the 24. So I had to buy another one. Anyways, this whole set right here cost less than if I was to buy a single 24 at AutoZone. I can't remember where I got this from. Where is this from? DeWalt. I got this from probably a Tractor Supply, or I think I got that from Farm and Fleet over in Champaign, I think. Big socket, inch and 16th, inch and an eighth. My inch and 16th is in the bottom drawer. Snap on, 1/2 inch swivel, or flex head, sorry. Got a Pittsburgh swivel. It's probably, I think it's broke actually. I used it on impact. Yeah, it's supposed to be impact rated, but it's broke, so as you can tell, it's broke. I gotta make a trip back to Harbor Freight when I start feeling better. That's alright. Craftsman, 1/2 inch. I don't think I ever used this. I use that one 99% of the time if I ever have to get into the 1/2 inch drawer. Let's see if I open. Yep. Ooh, big boy drawer, huh? I got the Chief air hammer. That was whenever I was doing wheel bearings and axle stuff and good stuff. Come in real handy. I got a tire, or I think it's a ball joint separator. That's the ball joint separator from Matco. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yep, there you go. Matco. I bought this off Coworker. This is a Matco buffer. I haven't bought it off him yet, but I've been in between jobs. He understands I'm a little down right now, a little sick, and in between jobs, he said just pay me when you can. That's what happens when you got good people on your side. It's a Matco Matco air ratchet. Ingersoll Rand. A guy came all the way from, where did he come from? I think it was 2 hours away, and he delivered this to me, and I paid him super cheap. I was a kid at the time, and I feel really bad about saying this right now, but he came, like I said, he came so far away, and he said his wife was going to get mad at him. I think he was expecting me to give him more money, but I was literally so broke. I was so broke. It was so crazy because I just handed him the money, and he was like, "Oh man, thanks, have a good day." And he was just so nice about it. I feel really awful saying that. I got this Harbor Freight, really cheap Central pneumatic. This thing works pretty good. Works all right. I bought that for work because I had this at home. I was doing body work, and I did the quarters on this. And sorry, this leads to another rant on the car. I had a rust hole right here. You know, it had a vinyl top on it, as you can see, with all these little BS things. Anyway, so I made a cut here, here, and here. And, you know, when you weld it, I had to weld it all back in. You got to buff it and clean it real nice. So I brought that home to work on it. This also had quarters I had put on. I didn't buy no body parts either because they don't sell this. So I made this all with scrap pieces of metal. And so that's why I had to weld it and just good stuff. Anyways, so I brought this home from work, and I needed one at home. And this one I had at work, and it just didn't have the balls or anything like that to do anything. So I brought that home, and that's whenever I bought this. This I got from my last job. I worked at a tire place, and everywhere you looked, you seen a bucket of these. You know, they would throw them away because they used them so much. So they would literally put them in a bucket and wait for the dealer to come back. The dealer to come back around so they could warranty them out. And I asked my boss, I said, "Can I just have like a bucket of those so I can take them home and finally, you know, put one together out of one?" He's like, "Oh, hell yeah, take it." So I took it home. And it works great. That's my 1/2 inch drawer I showed you. This is a big deep drawer. I got my 1/2 inch impact in here. I don't use it too often. I don't use it crazy, but I use it. It gets work done. And then I got this is a water pump, it's a flex fan, clutch fan tool. I bought it off eBay. I've never used it, and I bought it off eBay for like $45, maybe it was $60. I don't know. Anyways, I did a water pump on that OBS Chevy, and I couldn't get the clutch fan to come loose. So I bought this, and while it was in shipping, I ended up using a hammer and a wrench. I didn't have an air hammer at the time. I ended up using a wrench that was big enough to go on the nut, and a regular old hammer. I think it was this hammer. I used this hammer right here, and I just smacked it a bunch, and made it work. So this has never been used. It's like $60-some, I think. Maybe it's $48. I don't know. I buy so many tools, I'll forget the prices. Oh, this is a tap and die set. Sure, you guys know. You know, you've been to Harbor Freight. You're not watching this video, and you haven't been to Harbor Freight. Tap and die set, typical. Falls. All these come out of place, and all the good stuff. Anyways, I'm not really too worried about it. It's just gonna go bring it back to what it was. I've used this. I bought this because we would have, being at a dealership, you would have to, you would always have license plate bolts to drill and tap. This is my fuel pressure basic fuel injection system. I had, that's whenever I bought that Chevy, again, OBS, and it wouldn't run. So I did a fuel pressure test on it, and it tested good. I had 50 pounds of oil pressure, or 50 pounds of fuel pressure. I think it was 50 pounds. It might have been 40. I don't know. This is my axle nut socket kit. I'm not going to put up all these cases because you guys should know. Again, from Harbor Freight. The caliper compression tool for like certain rear calipers where the piston has to be spun. I worked on a Prius one day, and I had to go ask the top dog for his caliper tool. Actually, I didn't even know how to use it, and he had to come over and show me. And the next day, I went and bought this. I was like, yep, I'm never going to ask, because I was at that point where this was going to be my career, and if I had to ask for it, I needed it. So I went and bought this. It was like $48 or $40, 45, something like that. And it's got its use. It's paid for itself, definitely. And it still will. Brake fluid. This is all from the last job because don't even, never mind. Air filter cleaner for K&N. Really good stuff. I got the oil right there too. Yep, oil. I think that's oil, unless it's the cleaner. That's the oil. I don't do too many of those. I bought this little crash cart. Bought it off of a buddy of mine. I don't know what kind it is, or it's got too much shit on it to move it. And I got this welder for my dad. It was like $80 I paid for him. I bought this from Harbor Freight, of course. Really nice little power setup. I use it all the time. And if you ever see this thing come up for sale, don't buy it. Don't waste your fucking time. I have nothing up here, really. Anyways, back to the toolbox. I walked in a Harbor Freight, my local Harbor Freight one time, and I seen this box. I was kind of I've been in the market for a new toolbox for quite a while. And this was up there on the front, and it was like, it had a price tag right here of like $700 or like $650 or something like that, or $678, I think. But it was because of this little ding right here. You can tell that the drawer is bent in, but it's the very bottom of the drawer, and I didn't care. You know, I was like, man, I want to get a new box. So I left and was thinking about it with the girl, and I was talking with her about it, and she was like, well, if you're, losing sleep over it, and this and that, just go get it. So I went and got it, and I went and got a trailer the next day from a buddy of mine, and I was thinking it was going to be gone when I walked in there, and it was still there. There was actually a guy looking at it, and I told him, I was like, if you want it, man, you can have it. He said, no. He's like, if you want it, you can have it. So I ended up walking out with it, and I went and bought the top box like a week later because I was afraid of prices going up. And this was like, what was it, like $650? I don't remember. It's kind of I got the receipts and stuff right here, but I don't think that you guys really care that much. But like I said, I was just afraid of prices going up, and so and not being able to, with supply and demand being so hard to get lately, I was afraid of not being able to get the blue top. So I went and got the blue top like 2 weeks later or a week later, whichever one, and got it done. Came home, brought it home, and put it together. Let me see. This is how I usually store the box. It's probably gonna fall now because I'm on camera. Usually store it something like this. Yep, something like that. Then I have this one. I take and I lock it into these drawers right here, so it covers the whole front of the box. Because when you're doing sanding on cars and you're running electrical tools and all this crazy stuff, the whole garage gets, you can see on the wall, the whole garage will be flooded with freaking dust. Sorry, I just got a call. I was sitting there reading it as I was talking. This was the metal I used on the car. Some of the metal. These are the speakers out of the car. Because I currently have the whole interior ripped out of it. Don't know if you can even see in there. Yeah. I got the driver's seat in there because I move the car around every once in a while. But, yeah, if you want to see any more videos on this car, let me know and I'll do some videos on it. Because I got to do floor work and other good stuff to it. But this toolbox, like I said, I got the bottom for an open box deal. It was very nice. The only thing I don't like about this toolbox, I mean, it's just because it don't work for me. It probably works for you guys. It works great. But I wish that this drawer right here, only this drawer, was just like a little bit deeper. I wish it was as deep as. I wish it was. Sorry, I'm not watching the video, so if I'm not pointing where I'm talking, my bad. But I wish it was this deep, because then you can take your impacts, you can line them up, lay them up like this, and have so much room in this drawer. And yes, you can use it at the bottom. You can put it in the bottom drawer, and that can be your impact drawer. But I got a bad back. I'm old as hell. Just kidding. I'm like 23, but I feel old as hell, and I really don't like bending over like that to get the tools I use often. When you get a toolbox, usually everything's at a hand reach. Everything's at a good, ready to go reach. You want your 13 mils. What, right there? Oh, that's a 12. Doggone it. Boom. You want everything to be at reach. Get your 13. You don't want to reach down in the bottom drawer and be fishing through batteries to get your impact way back there. And yes, you probably can get the Icon power drawer set up for these. I don't know. I'm sure you could probably make it work. But that's like $60 some that I don't want to spend. But this is just my toolbox and the way I have it set up. It's between, like I said, I combined two toolboxes into one because I was working out of that one here. And like I said, you just combine two. I used to have all my ratchets in here, but after you combine two toolboxes full of ratchets, you don't have a lot of room. So I just decided to liquidate and make one drawer. And I hate opening up two drawers to get to my ratchet because it's like a waste of time. Being a flat rate mechanic, it was a waste of time. So that's why I never did it. I would always keep everything, at least what I was working with normally. Like, say if I did oil changes, I would keep at least one ratchet in here. Or I'd keep my snap-on ratchet. I guess we can go through that too if you want. I got an Icon ratchet, but anyways, I would keep all my stuff in one drawer so I could open it and get to it and be right on the, right back to what I was doing. Oh well, okay. This is the fun stuff that comes with this. I got a Pittsburgh ratchet. I'm sure you guys can see this without even looking. This is a snap-on ratchet. I literally bought this just because I wanted this one right here is what I wanted. But I decided, I want to test ratchets out and see what the big deal is on Snap-on. So I decided to buy two ratchets. And so I did. And then, because I wanted the 3/8 in the 1/4 inch body. And that thing right there came in, saved me so many times. It was nice. Been a nice ratchet. I like it. I don't have any special crazy 1/4 inch ratchets. Bunch of Icon, bunch of I got one Icon. Oh, I got two. There's an Icon one too, 1/4 inch. Yeah, you see it. I use, like I said, it's two toolboxes that have been put together. I am a big Harbor Freight guy. I'm a big tool guy, so I go wherever and I get tools if I need them. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything more like this, then let me know. I'm sorry if I rambled for too long, and you can skip past the rambling and skip past drawers and whatnot, and let me know what else to see. I'm really new to this whole YouTube game, and I've watched a lot of YouTube, and I'm never really made my own video. So yeah, leave a like and subscribe. I hate saying that because it's really new to me, but yeah, I appreciate it if you guys stuck to the video this long, and thank you and have a great night.